Killer. He got somebody with their eyes bucking on here. What's up, Baltimore? Turn your microphone on.
What's up, Tariq?
Oh, it's the Somalian girl. What's going on with you?
I'm not Somali. I'm from Baltimore.
Okay, not with that damn accent.
I just have a really
So what's
strong Baltimore accent.
ma'am, that is not a Baltimore accent in any sense of the word, ma'am. What part of Somalia are you from?
I'm from Addis Ababa.
There you go. So what's on your mind?
I just want to talk about how reparations are never gonna happen.
Ma'am, don't project your failures onto us, ma'am. We're going to get reparations and we're not going to flee like you did, ma'am. So don't project onto us, ma'am. We're not going to flee like you.
I didn't flee. I was born
Yes,
here.
you did.
No, I didn't flee. My mom was born
Yes.
here. I was born here. My dad was born here.
Well, you fled, ma'am. That's still fleeing.
Fleeing from where?
Fleeing from your slums, the homelands that you turned into slums. That's where you fled from, ma'am.
Listen, I know you got a Chinese sweatshop wife, and that's why you're talking the way you are. But I'd not flee from anywhere.
Yes, you did, ma'am. Yes, you did.
No,
You,
how could I flee if both my parents were born in London? Hmm?
ma'am, because they fled. They
They
fled
didn't
and
flee if they were born here.
they fled. No, no, they weren't born there. Ma'am, your family
The only
fled.
thing that fled was your dad out your house. That's the only
No,
thing that fled.
ma'am. The only thing that fled was the flies from your stomach. Okay, that's the only thing that fled, and you did too. You
You know what also fled? The thought of reparations out of like anybody's mind.
and ma'am, and the fact that you're over in London, ma'am, worrying about our reparations shows the kind of failure you are. That's how much you failed. You were a
I'm
thousand,
actually I actually care because reparations, I am pro reparations. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Like,
but
what do you
you're
want me to
not
say?
even. But you're not even in the United States, ma'am. So what difference does it make to you? Why are you hating from abroad?
I'm not hating, Tariq. I'm just saying, like, let's be logical here.
Why does it concern you and you're not even in the US?
It doesn't concern me because I could turn my phone off right now and I'm good. I've got money. I'm not trying to beg the government for like change.
Then why are you worrying about what people are doing in a whole different country and you're not even in your home country, you're in London?
First of all, Britain is my home country, so I am in my home
Ma'am,
country.
ma'am, that is not your home country. That's the
Yeah, but
country
if
you
Tariq,
fled
if
to.
you can say America's your home country, why can't
Ma'am, that's a calm down. That's a country you fled to. That's a country your family fled to. And you fled from one country to another, worrying about another country, worrying about what we're doing. And ma'am, why are you not all up in the pages of the people who colonized and economically deprived your homeland? That's one thing I noticed about a lot of you tethers. You guys seem to whine a lot about foundational black Americans, but you never whine or you never complain about the people who economically deprived your homeland, the people who put the sanctions on your homeland to the point where you had to flee. You never really talk about them. Why is that, ma'am?
listen, Tariq? I know you're mad because you had noodles for dinner.
Okay, no, 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 ma'am. Stop babbling and talk. I know you over there with your forehead is kind of big and sweating right now, but use that forehead to think and answer the question, ma'am. Why are you never talking about the people who economically sanction your country to the point of complete, utter poverty and degradation?
I love how you talk about my forehead when
Yes.
you term your.
Okay, okay, my forehead is beautiful. Okay, let's not go there, ma'am. My forehead is beautiful and you look like a chocolate light bulb. Okay? So we're not going to talk about foreheads. We know that your forehead is huge. Okay, you look like an alien with bayangs. Okay, so
I know
let's
I look
talk
beautiful
real.
in my profile picture. My looks say it to you.
Okay, ma'am, just talk real. Let's talk real.
I'm gonna be real with you, Tariq. I'm not even here to like troll or say the same
Uh,
shit.
you are, ma'am, but your trolling is failing, just like you failed in your homeland, ma'am. But go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I call you guys FBAs, failed Black Americans. Okay, how about that? That's the person who failed. Because if
Is
you would have got reparations by
ma'am, at least we didn't flee. Okay, we haven't failed to the point where we had to flee and people are falling out hungry in the damn streets like they are in your homeland. Okay, as long as we're not there, we're good.
first of all, I keep telling you, Tariq, I know you've got like 68 IQ. I have no one fled from my family. My mom
Yeah.
and my dad were born here, and I was born here.
They fled, okay? You're not British, ma'am. You fled to Britain. You're not indigenous to Britain. You fled there. You like to play these little psychological games with yourself. You're a fleer. You're a runner. You're a track star. You took them little ashy feet, put them in some sandals, and got on the first thing smoking and started running, ma'am. So you can sit here and talk about you were born there. You're just an anchor baby. You're an anchor
I
baby.
don't know why you're saying this when you are literally saying that you're American when you're not, bro. If you take it as
Ma'am, I am a foundational black American. My people have been on this land longer than anybody. Do you understand? There were black people in the North American continent before anybody, and that includes the Red Mongolian Indians. We've been here and we built the United States. There was no United States until my family built it, and we never fled. Do you understand how that works, ma'am? I'm not an
yeah.
immigrant.
I'm sorry, Cherokee King. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not an immigrant like you, ma'am. You had to
I'm
pack.
not an immigrant either. You keep saying that
Yes,
you
yes, ma'am.
clearly
You're
Tyler
an
because
anchor,
I'm not an
ma'am. You're a little stinky anchor baby. Okay, your family anchored you. They anchored you over there because they couldn't cut it. They failed, and they got that same failed mentality has been infused into your mindset, and you're hating on foundational Black Americans because we stand up and fight for ours, and we don't flee like little punk bitches.
I don't know why you talk about fleeing when the only people who fled were the niggas in the Underground Railroad, bitch.
Okay, and you're saying nigger as if you're not blacker than me, ma'am. You're black, and your forehead is big, and you're ashy, and you're up here using the N word like you're not an N word too. You think you're a chocolate Caucasian, and you're not. That's why you're home.
I am black. That's why I said the N word.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And you have a failed homeland, and they've treated everybody in your homeland like N words, and
Yeah, but guess what? What?
you've done nothing about it but fled from it. Okay, so you are running, nigga. Okay, I'm a fight nigga, and you're a running nigga. So we both niggas, but niggas on a different plane in the game. Go ahead, man.
I think it's funny how you think you've been in America for hundreds of years when
I
I did.
have, ma'am. You cannot tell me about my history. You can't tell me, nor can you tell any other foundational Black American about their history when you don't even know yours and you're too ashamed of your history to stay there and relish it and fight for it. You fled your history. You've banished your history. You have no more culture. You've abandoned your culture and you're going to try to tell me about mine. Shame on
I
you.
haven't abandoned my culture. I've been to
Yes, you have.
Somalia several times in my life, and my Somalia is doing good right now.
Uh,
I've never
ma'am,
deserved it.
ma'am, you're not doing good. Y'all stop sitting up here lying. You're not doing good. You don't flee from where you're doing good. Don't sit your ass in another country talking about how good your homeland is doing and you're bouncing and y'all getting on anything you can to get the hell out of there. It is not doing good and you know it. So let's stop all
Yeah,
this
I'm sorry because
Wakanda
I
talk.
forgot Detroit was an amazing place. I
Ma'am, it
apologize.
doesn't. Detroit is better than your homeland, okay? You don't have people falling out from hunger in Detroit, and they're not grown folks walking around with flies on them in Detroit, okay? Let's be
Yeah,
very
you like
clear.
to talk about that, but what about Flint, Michigan, when you niggas have no water in Flint?
Ma'am, ma'am, we got enough water to get the flies off of them, okay?
Yeah, but the floor, the
The,
water is as
the
bad as my
water,
Flint.
and we got water to them. We got water to them, but did you get fly swatters to your people?
I don't know why you keep saying the fly stuff like it doesn't happen in every hot climate. Like it's such
No,
a
stop it.
tired joke.
Stop it.
It's as tired as you. You're like 50
Stop
years
it. The
old on here.
umchuke. Stop it. Okay. You deal with the flies. We dealt with the water in Flint. We sent plenty of water. Why don't you send plenty of cans of Raid to your homeland, ma'am? Come on, M2K.
We
Talk to
have water. We
No,
have
you
food.
don't.
We
No,
have
you don't.
everything that you want to have, and I have it
No,
all.
you know, ma'am, you have big stomachs, big foreheads, and a gang of flies. And you're sitting here mad and jealous about foundational Black Americans. You're mad and you're hating from abroad. You don't have none of that stuff, and you're fleeing en masse. Okay,
Listen, just because your wife gave you dim sum doesn't mean you can talk to me any type of way.
Mhm. ma'am,
I'm
ma'am, and just because your burqa is musty, you cannot talk to me any kind of way. I will. snatch some Febreze from your ass so you can't spray that musty little burqa of yours. So don't you play with me. Now go ahead, ma'am. Umchuke, go ahead, dear. Umchuke, you're going to have to get that iPhone 1 out of here, okay?
First of all, Tariq, you muted me, so I can't do anything about
Okay,
it. Second of
all
all,
right.
I don't
And,
respect
and,
men.
and Umchuke, I know you got that prepaid phone with them Somalian minutes on it, and you only have a few minutes left to speak. So say what's on your mind because now you're getting boring, ma'am. Now go ahead.
It's like I have dementia, or do you use the same insults with everybody? Like, can you not switch it up? Like, can we not get something different, Tariq? Like, I'm getting tired of the same old.
And I'm getting tired of the same old smell that you have under your little funky arms, okay? I'm getting tired of that too. So we're both tired. So this is why I need you to get to the point, ma'am. Come on,
Let's not talk
Umchuke.
about smell when I can smell the weed from here that you use for these poor people who are donating you money. I can smell the weed you're smoking right now,
And,
okay?
ma'am, I'm going to donate a bag of rice to your village that you fled from since you will not help them, okay? I'm going to donate some rice and some injera, and I'm going to look out for the people in your village, Mchuke, because you've abandoned them and you're sitting over there in London hating on us. How dare you, ma'am? How dare you?
I'm gonna donate some commissary money for your dad in prison in Detroit. How about that? And
Now,
then
ma'am,
yeah. So what? So we're even. How about that?
now, ma'am, if you keep using that little potty mouth of yours, I'm going to siphon gas out of your Uber, and you're going to be stranded on the road, you and the must and the flies. So I'm going to warn you once. Anyway, thank you so much, Mchuke. You're getting boring right now, and I'm gonna have to let you go, dear. All right.
Listen, tell your
Listen,
Chinese.
nothing, ma'am. Goodbye. Go get you some deodorant and some dish powder. Anyway, let's get some other people on here. Okay. I don't want to hear them. Bless you, dear. All right. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Let's see who this is. Based Black Saiyan. All right. Let's get this person in here. Based Black Saiyan.
About that last girl. I find it ironic that these Africans go to their former colonist countries. So it's like almost like they have like homes. What is it? When you go running towards the abuser, that's what they do. So basically, they're proving that they're too inept, too stupid, and too corrupt to actually run a country of their own. That they have to go under their master. Um, to remind them what a civilization is. Because I mean, believe me, it's been like 100 years. I guess that Africa would have been better under colonialism than on their own. On their own, they have basically who needs enemies when when you have those people running these countries. America and other countries don't even need to bomb or kill them. They do it themselves. All we do is give one tribe a gun, the other tribe a gun, step back, and then killing each other. So it's just these people are backwards, and they're always going to be backwards unless like the Chinese or a Western country comes and shows them how to build a road, like something as simple as that, or how to uh, get fresh water. These people are fucking idiots. The average IQ in Africa is between 64 and 68, which is really like it's considered retarded in the rest of the world.
Wow.
So when they say stuff like that, like Detroit, compared to, she's not from Somalia, she's from Ethiopia. She said the capital. Uh, I can't even say it. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Ethiopia is doing good, but that's only because the Chinese are investing so heavily in Ethiopia, and now they're starting this civil war. I'm telling you, these people are just dumb. They deserve to be colonized. That's the only way to.
Thank you so much. My thing is, if your homeland is not popping, don't hop on here trying to say anything about foundational Black Americans, and especially when we're talking about something that really has nothing to do with you. You're in another country and you ran from another country, talking about our reparations and what we gonna get and not gonna get. See, people like to project their failure. You see, we gotta. This is why we have to get people out of our mix because a lot of people come from failed societies that they've thrown in the towel for. And then when we stand 10 toes down, because we ain't running and we're standing up doing what we're supposed to do, which is fight for ours, they want to come and infuse their failed ideologies onto us. See, that's what I have a problem with. I have a big problem with that. What the hell is that? Oh, it's watching logo. All right, let me raise your hand. Let me get some people in here. Let me get some folks in here. Raise your hand, family. If you want to get on, raise your hand.